Hello VTubers, this is Bunny from OhManItsBunny, and in this video I'm going to talk about 15 interesting things that I saw while in South Korea. On Instagram I learned how to take polls or give polls, I don't know. I'm not really social media savvy, but the people have voted. It was between how I teach myself Korean grammar and a video like this, and everybody chose a video like this. So let's get started. 1. Couples clothing. There's a lot of couples and you can tell because they are dressed the same or very similar. Everywhere I turned there was a couple dressed the same. 2, they are very well dressed over there. A lot of people are very well dressed. In Busan, I want to say maybe 1 out of every 5 people was very well dressed, and then in Seoul it was a bit more, like 1 out of every 3rd person was well dressed. A friend of mine who lives over there, she's American. Her theory as to why there are so many well-dressed people there is because in the stores a lot of times they only sell the trendy stuff. If you shop in South Korea, just expect to come out looking like a boss. 3, their beauty standards. I heard that their standards of beauty is very opposite of what I am. Small face, light colored skin, petite. I'm literally not any of those things. I don't care if I'm ugly because I'm more of like, as long as I'm still breathing, I'm cool. But it was interesting that a lot of Koreans there thought that I was pretty, to the point where they had to approach me and tell me. For example, one guy had to shove past all of my friends to come and shake my hand and kiss it and tell me that I was very beautiful in his broken English. And that wasn't the only time that a Korean told me that I was pretty there. So I was really surprised. Ignore all the things that you see about beauty. Don't be insecure. Just go as you are with your own version of your self-esteem and just be cool. Beauty is not in the eye of a culture. It's truly in the eye of an individual. 4, there's no tipping. So you go to a restaurant, you get a really good waitress and she's just dishing out all of these side dishes for you and your little party of 8 people, and then you don't tip them. I read in an article a while back before going that tipping can actually be a little bit offensive because they are already getting paid their base rate, and then when you give them a tip it's almost like,
I know you don't make enough, so let me help you out.
It can come off as kind of an insult. I don't know how true that is because that was only in one article that I can't even give you the reference to, but I read it somewhere. It's in the internet somewhere. 5, really cheap meals. Back to those 8 friends that you take to the restaurant with you, and you got your emo just serving you all these dishes, side dishes, and then some, filling all your drinks and whatever. We did that, 8 people, and it was, I think, under $32 USD. It was incredible, and we were all full, and I couldn't even finish my meal. Korea is really nice for cheap food. You can eat big meals for cheap if you are not a picky eater. Don't be a picky eater and you get to live and save money. I will warn you though, their pastries aren't all that great. I kept making the same mistake buying all these pastries thinking that this one's gonna taste better. No, this one's gonna taste better. But then I just kept losing all this money to yucky pastries. Just saying, pastries are a bit expensive and they might be kind of yucky. Starbucks coffee prices, those remain the same. 6, we're using sign language numbers. Panhandlers or beggars, I'm not sure what they're called. They don't bug you. Here in my neck of the woods of America, they bug you. They will follow you in the parking lot, they'll knock on your window, but over there, they don't bother you at all. It's actually really sad. There was one beggar on the sidewalk. He was in a bowing position with the hat out and just had his head down like this. Like he was really ashamed for asking for money. They just respectfully beg. 7, people who are older than you will tend to pay for your meals, which I think is a really sweet part of their culture, that those who are younger than you take care of them basically. A lot of my friends were older than me there, so they always made sure that I was fed. It was really sweet. Knowing that part of their culture, I wanted to do that too. Be a good big sister. So I took a friend of mine out to eat. I was telling him like,
don't worry bro, Nuno's got you.
But then we go up to the register and my card wouldn't go through. It wasn't reading my chip. He ended up having to pay. So afterwards I asked him,
You see me as Nuna or as 친구? 친구.
I guess I'm not really responsible enough to be seen as a big sister. Even if you're just a year younger, that still counts as I'm gonna treat you and make sure you are taken care of. It's really nice. 8. Super easy to get around. Transportation is everywhere. There's either a bus stop right out your place, or a subway, or you could just wave down a taxi, or you could just walk. It's healthy to walk, so if you can walk, just walk. But I do warn you about the bus. Holy moly, they drive crazy. As soon as you scan your card, just grab on for dear life, because they're just gonna take off and you're gonna go flying. I did that maybe twice. One bus, I fell on a little kid. I felt so bad. Just be careful if you take the bus. 9, they don't steal. Say you go into a cafe and it's super packed with people. When you finally find a spot to sit in, you can just use your wallet or your phone to save your spot while you go to the bathroom, or go order something, or go say hello to somebody you recognize on the other side of the cafe. I don't know, but you can use your expensive personal items to hold your spot and ain't nobody gonna take it. But I did read in an article though that if your stuff does get stolen in South Korea, it was most likely stolen by a foreigner. Those aren't my words. That's what I read in an article that, again, I cannot reference to, but I thought that was interesting. It's just not in their nature to take things that don't belong to them, which makes total sense. 10, Caucasian people that are there. A lot of them look like they're American. I would approach them just to say hi and talk to them, and they were Russian or from France or from Spain. It was funny because I would go up to them like, oh, I noticed you're not Korean, where are you from? And they're like,
I don't speak English.
okay, I need to stop getting friendly with everybody. 11, they are so welcoming over there. It's really adorable. Every single store you walk into, even a 7-Eleven or a CU, I forgot what it's called, or a GS25, whatever that's called, these little corner stores too. You walk in and they're like, 안녕하세요, na, or 어서오세요, la 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 la. And so you, when you walk in there, greet them too, 안녕하세요. So you can really practice your greetings and your farewells just from entering and exiting stores. And then when you leave too, 안녕히 가세요, you tell them 안녕히 계세요. So again, it's super cute. 12, I feel like they're constantly eating. I can't keep up. Meals are really big, and then in between meals there's a whole bunch of snacks, and I'm just like, I just can't. If I knew that I was going to meet up with a certain group of friends, I would make sure to starve all day long just so that I can be able to eat when I see them, because I know that they are going to feed me very well. It's very impressive how much they can eat and where they put it all. I don't know where they put it all, but they got plenty of places to put it, and they still look good. 13, man, they can sing. I feel like the majority of South Korea can sing. I went to a koen norebang with a friend of mine 2 little rooms down from us, and this dude was just killing it on the mic. I was like, man, those vocals though. 14, public intoxication. It's not illegal there, which I didn't even know that it was illegal here in the States, but in South Korea it's very normal and it's everywhere. My first encounter was on a Sunday morning. I decided to go for a really nice stroll, and all the way down the sidewalk I could see a girl and a guy walking together, but the girl, she could barely hold herself up, and then I realized,
I think she's drunk.
she kept falling over. So her boyfriend was like, oh, trying to help her up, but then she started getting all aggressive and stuff, and she just shoving him like, don't help me. And he finally gets her up, and they are walking towards me, and I'm walking past them, and I'm trying not to make eye contact because I just wanted to laugh. 15, the post office. I love their post office. Here in America, when you go into a post office and you're going to package your stuff there, you have to buy everything. You gotta buy the box, the tape, the pen, the card, any other little decoration thing that you're gonna put on it. You have to buy all of it, and then you have to put it together yourself. Understandable. But over there, they have all of that stuff laid out for you, like a little arts and crafts section for just mailing things, and it's free. You don't have to buy any of that. It's already there for you. And then on top of that, they will help you to pack your stuff. That is incredible. That's tax dollars being put to good use, right? I think our taxes pay for post office type stuff because that's government. That was interesting. Okay, so those were 15 interesting things that I saw in South Korea that I found interesting Duh. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please subscribe and please subscribe.